Alright, folks, today we're diving into a topic that's not just about law, but about humanity, rights, and the very fabric of our society. We're talking about a 500 million Naira's lawsuit filed by vulnerable residents of the Federal Capital Territory against Minister Nyesom Wike and several others. This case raises some serious questions about the treatment of marginalized communities. You know, it's like when you see someone struggling on the street, and instead of offering help, the system just pushes them further down.
Wow, that's intense. So, what exactly led to this lawsuit? I mean, it sounds like there's a lot going on here.
Great question. The lawsuit was initiated by a lawyer named Abba Hikima, and it includes some heavy hitters as respondents: the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the DSS, and even the federal government. Hikima claims that these authorities have been involved in harassment, extortion, and the unlawful detention of vulnerable citizens. It's like, imagine if you were just trying to make a living selling goods on the street, and suddenly, you're treated like a criminal.
Oh man, that's so unfair. I mean, it's like, what if someone was just trying to sell lemonade on a hot day and got arrested for it? That's wild.
Exactly. And Hikima argues that homelessness and petty trading aren't crimes. They're actually symptoms of poor government policies. It's like when you have a garden, and instead of pulling out the weeds, you just keep cutting the flowers. You're not addressing the root problem.
Right. So, what kind of reforms is he calling for? Like, is he asking for changes in the law or something?
Yes, he's not just looking for damages. He's also calling for reforms and a public apology. It's about holding those in power accountable and ensuring that vulnerable populations are treated with dignity. Imagine if every time someone was wronged, they could just get a heartfelt apology and a promise to do better. It could change everything.
Wow, that's powerful. So, what's the timeline for this? When is the case set to be heard?
The case is set for hearing on February 4th. It's going to be a pivotal moment, not just for the individuals involved, but for the broader conversation about human rights in our societies, like a litmus test for how we value our citizens.
Oh man, I can't wait to see how this unfolds. So, do you think this could spark a larger movement or something?
Absolutely. Cases like this can be catalysts for change. They shine a light on systemic issues and can mobilize communities to demand better treatment. It's like when one person stands up and says, "Enough is enough." It can inspire others to do the same.
That's so true. It's like, when you see someone start a trend, and suddenly everyone's jumping on board. I mean, what if this leads to a nationwide movement for the rights of vulnerable populations?
Exactly. It could be a game changer, and it's not just about the lawsuit. It's about raising awareness and pushing for policies that actually support people, rather than criminalize them. It's a call to action for all of us to be more compassionate and proactive in our communities.
Wow, I'm really feeling inspired by this. So, what can regular people do to help in situations like this?
Great question. Regular people can start by educating themselves about the issues, supporting local organizations that advocate for vulnerable populations, and even just being kind and understanding to those in need. It's about creating a culture of empathy and support.
That's so important. I mean, it's like, if we all just took a moment to listen to each other's stories, we could really make a difference, right?
Absolutely. Every small action counts. It's about building a community where everyone feels valued and heard, and that's the kind of world we should all strive for.
Wow, I love that. This has been such an eye-opening conversation. I can't wait to see how this lawsuit unfolds and what it means for the future.